This is KUGAN CASSIUS for IFL TV, proudly sponsored by Everlast, with the final press conference for Martinez Warrington 2, fighting on the card in what's being labelled as your biggest test to date. Dalton Smith against Moylette. Yeah, it is a step up.
Yeah, of course it's a step up, and I think Ray's pedigree is, coming through the amateurs and a professional. You look at it on paper, of course it's my biggest step up, and it's a great fight for me to take from my, in my 10 fights. So yeah, I'm excited for it.
Not that you're going to really take too much notice of this, but big pressure, like when Eddie Hearn says kind of how he regards you as not a prospect anymore, but kind of someone who's very well regarded on the world stage and in England, etc. But that's not pressure for you, is it?
No pressure on me. The only pressure what's on me is making sure I win. But all the other pressure, it's, I've got to realise the more I win, that the bigger my name gets, the pressure's going to come. There's going to be a lot more eyes, a lot more attention on me. So it's what it is, isn't it? At the end of the day, it's a fight.
Confident talk from Ray. Obviously, Eddie Hearn doing his little shit stirring by telling him, repeating about the stepping stone comment, etc. But you want an opponent with that attitude coming into Saturday.
Of course, me and you've had these conversations before me. You said to me, like, you need to be out there more and stuff. But I'm not one of those who's going around chatting shit. You know what I mean? When the opponent comes and, I always said it'll be a certain opponent what brings that out of me. Do you know what I mean? If they say certain things, then I'll respond, but I'm not going to sit there and, start shit talking to try and build a fire, because I don't need to do that. But no, the M fights will come.
So far, you've had an impeccable kind of start to your professional career. So, are you pleased with kind of those 10 fights, the progression you've made?
Yeah, I think it's gone just as the way we planned to have it, and I think from the fight camp, every fight's been a step up. I'm picking up a WBA and then now fighting for another title, the WBC International. This is where I planned being on up to 10 fights. And then put a show on Saturday night and then move on to bigger and better things. But it's a tough test Saturday night, and it's one I can't overlook.
Absolutely. I think people get into your positions and kind of not take the fights for granted, but maybe a little bit a case of overlooking without them really knowing they're overlooking. But you're confident that that's not the case, and you need to focus on Saturday before anything else.
Listen, I've got my dad behind me, and he's the one who'll tell me if I'm slipping up. He'll tell me if I'm slacking in the gym. Nobody's going to bollock me like my dad will tell me, and sometimes he says it how it is, and sometimes it's not nice. So he always keeps me my head. A good level head on my shoulders, and so do the lads in the gym. So, you see it many times where you see these fights happen and someone loses where they're not meant to lose. And I always sit and watch that, and I think I'd be kicking myself if that were me. So you have to make sure that doesn't happen.
Not long to find out. We missed you in Dubai.
You missed me in Dubai. You missed me on that rooftop bar. But no, there's going to be plenty more times out in Dubai, isn't there?
Impressed with Sonny's performance? I'm assuming you were.
Yes. Do you know what? I always seem to get a little nervous for the lads in the gym, when they're in big titles. But with Sonny, I went to my mates to watch it, and it was like, Sonny's fighting. Like, I have no stress in the world when Sonny fights. I know I'm going to put the TV on and I'm going to watch Sonny fight the way he spars. And it just makes it look so easy.
I'm going to say one more thing. I saw something on social media after his fight where it was more of a question more than a statement about whether Sonny Edwards is UK's most skilled fighter. Is there a serious argument for that?
There may be an argument, but you've got to say he is. The things he does, 100%, I'd say he's one of the most an all-round skillful fighter. People said to him he can't fight inside. He didn't have to fight inside Saturday night. He sat on the ropes for 6 rounds and fought inside. So
he likes being against the ropes. He said that on multiple times.
Yeah, but he gets a lot of sticks. Sonny can't fight. Sonny runs. Sonny can't sit on the ropes. So Sonny says, all right, then I'll sit on the ropes. If that's what you want to see me do, that's what you see me do. Yeah, it makes the fight harder, but he'll prove he can do it. So you can't say he's not one of the most skillful fighters in Britain.
Well, I know Sonny's in Newcastle, I think, at the moment. Obviously, Prevellum have got a show tomorrow night. But I'm assuming Sonny's going to be here Saturday night.
I hope he is.
You better be here, Sonny.
I hope he's here.
Oh. Get a quick word. Come in. Oscar.
Seen the camera.
Just watch that. Ray, how are you?
KUGAN, good to see you. I seen the camera here, I said I want to come over. What's happening?
Why not? Yeah, we're just talking about kind of Saturday night, etc. And yeah, you're obviously confident. You're coming here with the attitude that you're coming here to win. You're not the opponent. I know you're being billed as the opponent, but your attitude is you're not the opponent. You're coming here to win.
Of course I'm coming here to win. And well, every boxer that was on that top table are here to win. You know, but only some of them have the ability to do it. And I believe I have the ability to do it. Dalton's a great lad, very good career. But I just think I'm going to catch him at the right time. You know, I believe I'm underestimated. I don't think they should have taken this fight this early in his career. With all my experience and the lads I've fought and the lads I've been in the ring with. So I had to take it. And, you know, my back's to the wall, really. Like, where do I go from here either? You know, so it's a big opportunity for me. And I'm not just going to give it away, you know, as an opponent to build this guy up. That's the way it is.
We were talking about this before you come on about, you know, listen, it is respectful between the pair of you. We know Eddie Hearn chucked in the whole stepping stone thing, but they're kind of cliche terms of boxing as well. So I'm sure you appreciated that as well.
Of course, and you know, everyone wants to. People want to see needle between boxers and all that. Like, there'll be plenty of needle between us Saturday night. We don't need to be doing it now. Look, we'll have 30 minutes Saturday night to do it. The show was already sold. You have Josh Warrington and Kiko Martinez top of the bill. So the show is sold. We're not trying to sell tickets anymore. So we have respect for each other, but we're in each other's way to get to where we want to get to. And Saturday night we'll have our opportunity to make our name for ourselves, whether it's at the top or at the bottom. We both have to do it.
You said that. You don't need to talk shit. Kind of, you've come here. That's not kind of your game to do that. The boxing will speak for itself on Saturday night.
Of course, like I said before, I don't need to chat shit. You know, the respect's there. I've been where Ray's been through the amateurs. You've got to give someone respect. That's not an easy game. So, respect as fighters, we know what each other's about. And like I say, the respect's there, but they need a little bit there on Saturday night, and that's all you need. That's all you need. And you said before, I'm this prospect coming through. I've got a big red dot on the middle of my head. You know, I'm the target. I'm the golden ticket. If Ray beats me, he's in the number one driving seat. Then, you know, he's beat the number one prospect. So he's got a lot to gain in this fight. So that it's a great fight for him. And if I win, I prove that I'm at that level. When I win.
Do you rate Dalton?
Of course I do. We have to rate him. You've seen what he can do in the boxing ring. You know, this is not an easy game for anyone, but I just feel he got an easier run at it than I did. And I've had to hide the small hall shows. I had to travel the world to get my fights, and I'm 5 years a professional now. You know, I just feel I just had to work harder to get to here, to this position. We're both in the same position now. So we're both, not a crossroads fight for us both, but it's a big stepping stone for either one of us. So I just feel my experience and the timing is good for me, but this is a big opportunity for Dalton. You know, this is a big show for him, big card. My name, I don't know how big it is, it probably was bigger a few years ago, but surely my worth is out there, and if he's seen to beat me on Saturday night, well, it's a great boost for him. But you know, there's no easy fight here. This is a tough fight for me, believe it or not, and it's a tough fight for him too.
Do you agree with that? That it's been more difficult for Ray in his first comment?
Of course, 100%, and it's like I've said, these fights for me now, I'm a contender now. These fights aren't going to be easy. That's why I'm fighting Ray. You know, it's that next step up that level to see, all right, where we're at. But it's a chance for me to show that's where I'm at. Now we move on to the next level. But of course, got a big challenge on Saturday, and it's going to be exciting.
Final word for both of you. On Saturday, here in Leeds, what happens? Ray?
What happens? Two of us go to war in the middle of the ring, in front of the Leeds fans. Live on the zone, we get the publicity out of it. Win or lose for both of us, there could be asking for it again. That's how good of a fight it's going to be. I'm going to leave everything in the ring. I have no choice to. His quality shows he can leave everything in the ring too. You know, I've already won by being here at this stage. You know, this is where I'm at. This is what it's all about. And in the ring is the easy part. In the ring is the easy part. The hard grafting the last couple of years with nothing happening, no drive, no fights, no future in boxing. And I still stuck it out. And now I'm here at the top stage for top honours. I've already won.
Yeah, to sit on the couch for 3 years, waiting for the reply.
I'm sure that's going to work in my favour then.
What happened Saturday, in your opinion?
Depends what you've been doing on that couch though, doesn't it?
Sleeping.
Yeah, sleeping. But no, it's like I said, respect's there between us both. We know what each other's about. It's going to be a great fight, but you're going to see a very good performance from me.
Great attitude from both of you. Best of luck. We've got the weigh-in tomorrow, open to the public at the Queen's Hotel. So, yeah, do your thing. Get out of the ring safe and have a great fight, boys.
Don't do too much sleeping though.
No.
You've done enough of that.
Sleeping's done. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Thank you, guys.